PLAVE, a Korean 5-member male virtual idol group, was the focus of a court case in South Korea regarding the legal status of insults directed at virtual characters. The court determined that malicious comments toward the avatars of PLAVE in the metaverse could be subject to legal consideration, reflecting the increasing legitimacy of virtual idols as expressive entities. Separately, virtual YouTubers, VTubers, and games like Blue Archive dominated booths at Comic Market 106, showing continued fan engagement with avatar-driven entertainment. A systematic review published in Frontiers highlighted how avatar customization significantly impacts user attachment and communication effectiveness in telehealth environments. Avatars that are more physically personalized tend to enhance patient engagement and satisfaction in virtual care settings, suggesting strong potential for their expanded use in digital health services. The article from Unite AI explored the rise of AI influencers, emphasizing how these artificial personalities are being used to replace human influencers in digital marketing. AI-generated talking head videos are becoming tools for brands seeking scalable, consistent, and emotionally engaging content. Similarly, HuffPost reported on the emergence of queer AI influencers, suggesting that identity exploration is expanding into synthetic character spaces. In another marketing case, the Tool Character.AI's Avatar FX feature was noted for creating lifelike AI avatars from images, illustrating a growing trend in consumer engagement through synthetic personas. The New York Times covered StoryFile's project enabling the creation of AI avatars based on deceased individuals. Families, such as the Listros, used StoryFile to capture interviews that would later power a generative AI avatar capable of answering questions in the style and tone of the departed, merging generative AI with memory preservation and interactive legacy creation. Daiko launched a blockchain-based virtual pets game described as producing a true digital twin of a user's dog, surpassing conventional static avatars. This application merges smart gaming mechanics with the concept of avatar embodiment, using blockchain to anchor persistent virtual identity in gameplay. Digital storytelling projects, including immersive films like the Batois-focused virtual reality experience and AI-driven reconstructions of cultural sites in Vietnam and China, are using avatars and VR to document and communicate cultural memory. The Batois VR film represents one of the first attempts to virtually preserve an indigenous community's oral traditions using 3D storytelling. Several articles raised concerns about the use of AI to create synthetic identities. Fraud prevention firm SumSub reported that criminals increasingly use AI tools to construct synthetic identity documents, including combining real and fake data. These synthetic personas are also implicated in health tech and fintech sectors across Asia-Pacific, highlighting the darker applications of digital beings when co-opted for deception and infiltration. The AI companion Yuki by Drival was unveiled as a real-world embedded AI designed for daily interaction, signifying a shift away from large reasoning models toward grounded AI utility. Academic research published in Frontiers also explored Chinese women's romantic relationships with AI companions, identifying emotional support and selective vulnerability as key reasons users maintain synthetic relationships. Another report from the Digital Watch Observatory cited that 3 out of 4 users rely on AI companions for emotional advice, establishing these characters as mainstream tools for psychological comfort. Telangana Today published opinion pieces discussing the ethics of virtual influencers, with implications for transparency, audience trust, and brand accountability. As virtual beings grow more indistinguishable from humans in digital campaigns, discussions on disclosure and ethical boundaries are gaining prominence. In a ruling covered by Alkipop, a South Korean judge acknowledged the expressive legitimacy of avatars in metaverse environments, suggesting that virtual representations could fall under protections similar to those afforded to human expression. This sets a notable precedent for the treatment of avatars in legal and regulatory contexts. Klarna, a Swedish fintech company, has implemented an AI-powered hotline featuring a digital clone of its CEO, Sebastian Siemiatkowski. This AI avatar, trained on Siemiatkowski's voice and insights, allows customers to interact directly with a virtual representation of the CEO, providing feedback and receiving information about the company's services. The initiative reflects Klarna's broader AI-first strategy, which includes the deployment of AI agents capable of performing tasks equivalent to 700 full-time human employees, leading to significant operational efficiencies and a reduction in new hiring, particularly outside of engineering roles. Similarly, executives across various industries are leveraging AI to create digital clones of themselves. Platforms like Delphi enable the development of AI avatars that can attend meetings, engage with employees, and represent company leadership in various capacities. These digital representations are trained on extensive data, including speeches and writings, to emulate the decision-making and communication styles of their human counterparts. Epic Games has advanced the creation of digital humans through its MetaHuman creator, now integrated into Unreal Engine 5.6. This tool allows developers to craft highly realistic digital characters with detailed facial and body features. The MetaHuman platform supports real-time animation using consumer-grade equipment, broadening accessibility for creators in gaming, film, and virtual reality applications. VSet 3D, a virtual production software, has partnered with DeepBrain AI to integrate AI-generated digital humans into virtual sets. This collaboration enables content creators to produce lifelike avatars for various applications, including live broadcasts and virtual events, without the need for traditional green screen setups. HeyGen offers a suite of tools for creating interactive AI avatars that enhance customer engagement across platforms. Their streaming avatar API facilitates the development of real-time, conversational avatars capable of personalized interactions, multilingual support, and cultural adaptability. These avatars are utilized in various contexts, such as live stream shopping, customer support, and digital marketing campaigns, providing scalable solutions for businesses to connect with their audiences. In the fashion industry, supermodel Eva Herzegovina has collaborated with Dimension Studios and Unsigned Group to create a digital twin of herself using Epic Games' MetaHuman creator. This digital representation allows brands to feature Herzegovina in advertising campaigns and virtual experiences, extending her presence in the industry while raising discussions about the use of digital likenesses in media. The deployment of AI-generated digital humans brings forth ethical considerations regarding authenticity, consent, and the potential impact on employment. While these technologies offer efficiency and scalability, they also prompt discussions about the balance between automation and human involvement in various sectors. Ensuring transparency and ethical standards in the creation and use of virtual beings remains a critical aspect of their integration into society. Ultrasocial showcased its latest digital human technologies at the Digital Human Expo 2025 held from June 11 in Makuhari, Japan. The company demonstrated a next-generation service and guidance experience using generative AI and real-time conversational systems, aiming to simulate high-quality human interaction for customer service and hospitality use cases. This exhibit reflects Japan's ongoing interest in deploying digital humans for in-person, interactive marketing and consumer engagement, especially within events and commercial environments. A Chinese research project developed a remote self-reporting platform that integrates multimodal digital biomarkers, such as voice patterns and facial features, with patient input to assess and monitor mild cognitive impairment, MCI. While the study centers on digital biomarkers, it explicitly situates these within a digital being framework, suggesting a move toward human-like AI entities that interact with patients in diagnostic and monitoring roles. This approach signifies a growing overlap between virtual human interfaces and medical applications in neurodegenerative conditions. Unite AI reports on the emergence of the influencer AI, a synthetic digital human designed to replace traditional human influencers. Equipped with advanced functions including video generation, voice and lip sync capabilities, and commercial usage rights, this AI delivers a consistent and brandable virtual identity. Such applications are redefining influencer marketing by replacing human variability with programmable digital personas, aiming for continuous brand engagement without human limitations. An investigative report highlights the precarious nature of investments in digital human live streaming. A man in Jiangsu province invested 80,000 yuan into creating a virtual digital human live stream operation, only for his account to be banned before recouping costs. While the technology is increasingly adopted across sectors, the case underscores the economic and regulatory risks associated with monetizing synthetic characters through streaming platforms. At a seminar hosted by Shanghai Xingjian Vocational College, applications of virtual digital humans were integrated into cultural tourism and education. Use cases include AI-guided virtual explanations, QR-based navigation, smart guide maps, and metaverse exhibition halls. These deployments exemplify how digital humans are used to preserve and present local culture through advanced digital interfaces, emphasizing service personalization and cultural storytelling. A report by CCTV News discusses ethical and legal concerns surrounding digital human use. With the realism of AI-generated virtual human appearances making it difficult for viewers to distinguish between real and synthetic personas, the report calls for the refinement of technical standards and stronger regulation. It highlights instances where digital humans were used to conduct fraudulent activity, showing how synthetic characters, when unchecked, can be weaponized in corporate and criminal settings. Chinese entrepreneur Luo Yonghao announced that his AI-generated digital human, would debut on Baidu's e-commerce platform for a live-stream sales event. By combining Luo's likeness with AI-driven interaction, this digital version aims to conduct retail product promotion, blurring the lines between celebrity endorsement and autonomous commercial agents. A report on XR, extended reality, production processes mentions the complex integration of XR and digital humans, specifically referencing the character. It describes how combining real-time XR materials with precise filming techniques is necessary to maintain a visually realistic and technologically immersive result. This highlights a key use case of virtual beings in media creation where spatial computing and synthetic characters intersect. According to a 2024 IDC report on China's AI digital human market, Baidu, Huawei Cloud, and Xiaohoi's were identified as the leading developers. The report defines AI digital humans as virtual beings with human-like appearances, perceptual interaction, and expressive capabilities powered by AI. These platforms provide foundational infrastructure and modeling frameworks that support widespread deployment of digital humans in industries ranging from media to enterprise services. Alibaba has open-sourced a 3D digital human application that combines high-fidelity avatar generation with real-time interactivity. The tool is optimized for mobile devices and targets use cases such as virtual customer service, live stream hosting, and AR-based social interactions. The project lowers the barrier for deploying digital humans in consumer environments, offering scalable tools for integrating synthetic characters into everyday applications. An article from 36 critiques how some AI platforms deploy synthetic characters with hyper-sexualized or boundary-pushing personas. It points out that companies own the full intellectual property of such virtual identities, which have no real-world counterparts, raising concerns about accountability, consent, and ethical governance. This reflects a broader societal conversation about the line between entertainment, exploitation, and synthetic autonomy. The study Decoding Virtual Influencer Endorsement Using Machine Learning by H. Xia, L. Zhang, J. Chen, and X. Wang, 2025, investigates how virtual influencer characteristics, content posting strategies, and disclosure practices affect user engagement on Instagram. Analyzing 9,665 endorsement posts, the research uses machine learning to model optimal influencer strategies, highlighting the impact of virtual beings on consumer behavior. The article emphasizes the virtual influencer's role as a distinct marketing agent, separate from human influencers, and stresses the need for disclosure clarity and audience adaptation for maximum engagement effectiveness. In The Influence of Virtual Streamer on Purchase Intention by X. Wang and Y. Zhang, 2025, the authors distinguish between AI-backed and human-backed virtual streamers, analyzing how these differences affect consumer purchase intention. The study reveals that human-backed virtual streamers are more effective in creating persuasive messaging, especially when message strategy and live streaming environments are optimized. This finding underscores the commercial viability of synthetic characters in e-commerce settings, showing their differentiated effectiveness based on technological and operational support. KVMI's 2025 work model Me Like One of Your Asian Girls critically examines VTubing through a lens of gendered labor, affective attachment, and racial representation. The paper explores how VTubers, as synthetic avatars, build emotional connections with viewers and create atmospheres of care and intimacy, often in response to precarious socioeconomic realities. It emphasizes how virtual characters serve as both performance labor and community anchors in virtual spaces, shaping new cultural and emotional dynamics in digital entertainment. The article A Study on the Character Design of Catch, Tinioping by J. Park and J. Chung, 2025, explores the animation's character design from semiotic and post-human perspectives, focusing on how emotional and abstract concepts, for example, feelings, occupations, desserts, are translated into visually embodied characters. The study highlights the interplay between emotional personification and abstraction in digital characters, contributing to our understanding of how synthetic beings are constructed for narrative and symbolic purposes in children's media. In the role of generative AI in facilitating social interactions, a scoping review by TTJE Oretz et al., 2025, the authors examine how generative AI technologies, including large language models and image generators, are being integrated into social applications to address reduced social connectedness, a growing threat to mental health and well-being. The review identifies AI companions and interactive virtual characters as tools to simulate social presence, alleviate loneliness, and facilitate emotional communication, pointing to their therapeutic potential in both clinical and everyday contexts. J. M. Patterson's AI Mimicking and Interpreting Humans, Legal and Ethical Reflections, 2025, reflects on the ethical and policy implications of AI systems that increasingly simulate human traits and behaviors. The discussion includes the rise of AI companions and digital humans in roles traditionally reserved for actual humans, prompting questions about rights, agency, and accountability in virtual human interactions. Though not focused on specific case studies, the work frames synthetic characters as pivotal subjects in ongoing debates about technological personhood and ethical design.